Hello, I'm Philippe, the guy usually behind the camera, but sometimes also in front. Follow me as I take you along our 3-week overland trip to Argentina's land of volcanoes. Then we'll visit the beautiful Lakes District in the Andes of northern Patagonia. In the last episode, we spent several days in and around the small town of San Martin de los Andes. This morning, we're leaving the campground and heading back deep in the mountains. We'll have 70 kilometers of gravel road before we reach our destination at the western end of Lake Huechulavquén in the Lanín National Park. The goal is a hike through a lava field and then down to the lake shore. And then hopefully we'll find a nice camping spot. This road eventually crosses the border into Chile, but that is of course closed due to COVID. We make a stop at the park gate, though there is no gate, no fee, and stopping doesn't seem mandatory. We get a map and some road information that will prove misleading later. I don't know if we will ever tire of these beautiful mountain lakes. This one is Curué Chico. The road isn't gravel, but dirt, even fine dirt in places, and it is narrow in some spots. That might explain why we never meet the big expedition trucks out here. The landscapes are stunning though, and well worth the effort to come here. stop for lunch where the road is blocked, which is exactly where the hike starts. The first part is through a lava field. It's incredible that plants and even trees manage to grow here. At the bottom of the lava field, the trail narrows and goes under the trees. It's a totally different world here, quite pleasant and refreshing. For no particular reason, I stop and film these trees. This pause in the hike allowed me to look around and spot this tiny hummingbird nest. Otherwise, I would have walked right by without spotting it. This is the end of the hike. There's no better place to cool off, rest, and enjoy the view. On the drive back, we stop again at Lake Curué Chico. We had spotted a cute campground, perfect for us to spend the night. The facilities are very basic. We have time for a hike, then the rain forces us inside until the next morning. Then, to our surprise, we found there is fresh snow just above. The weather looks grim for the day, so we move on to our next destination, a wild camp spot on the edge of a cliff. It's a rough drive for the last 8 kilometers, but worth it every bit. It's the perfect spot to watch the sunset and the sunrise tomorrow morning. I'm up very early, too early really, but the wait is very worth it. The colors change slowly in the sky and the sunrise is spectacular. This campground was supposed to be just a stop on the long drive home, but when we entered the property, we knew we were going to like it. It is a grassy corner of a 100-hectare farm. Their main activity is the breeding and raising of horses for the game of polo. We were immediately greeted by the chatty catitas, a common and noisy sort of parrot. The quiet river that flows along the campground is home to all sorts of birds, an irresistible attraction for a photographer. It is fascinating to watch animals go about their life. Birds are very sensitive to movement, so it takes a while to get accepted in their landscape once you have found your spot and gotten still and quiet. I had spotted a great egret further downstream. I finally found a place where I had a fairly clear view of where it was. It was so involved in its hunt for food that it quickly lost interest in me. It was already late afternoon and the light was beautiful. The sun was about to set, so I went back to our camp, but the catitas were still very active and I couldn't put the camera down. The light was very warm and perfect for photography. The horses were feeding close by. Other birds flew in. I wondered if the egret was still there. Even though it had moved, it was still searching for food, now almost in the dark.
We have about 3 days left in our drive back home to Mendoza, Argentina. I don't expect anything very interesting I would want to share with you, so I will conclude this series of videos right here. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so you won't miss the next video. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you for supporting the channel. Please like and leave a comment. This helps with the ratings, but also it's nice for me to know what you enjoy and what else you might want to see featured in those videos. And I will say goodbye until next time. I hope you all have a great day.